Welcome everyone to Ask Hypnotica 48. Today we are taking a letter from Aditya from Munich, Germany. And we're going to get right into it. You ready? Hey Eric, I'm having trouble reading women I chat up in the streets and libraries. All right, dude, I want to make something very clear. Women don't go to the libraries to get dick. For the most part, I just want to be clear about that. If a woman's going to the library, you ever been to a library where they're like, shh, because people like to concentrate, they like to study. So I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 2 as far as the library, all right? Like, don't go there, okay? You've been watching too many porn house videos of librarians and stuff like that. Doesn't work that way, my friend, okay? And the second thing is when you're talking to women on the street pickup is one of the most difficult things to do. All right, because women just don't go out and say, I'm just going to walk outside and hope I get picked up on. Okay, it doesn't work that way. All right, think about it like this. All right, like women, everyone's busy. All right, everyone's busy. When they're outside, you're going somewhere. You have a destination to go to. All right, think of it like this. Imagine that you have to take a shit. Like you just ate some Thai food. All right, and you're getting the quiver, the little butt pucker thing, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it home, man. Okay, well, that's how women are when they're out, because they're usually shopping. They're like, I got to go here, I got to go here, I got to go there. And all of a sudden, you're like quivering, all right? And you're driving home, and all of a sudden, a cop stops you. Okay, are you going to be stoked? Nah, probably not. You're probably going to be like, officer, please let me go. All right, but then when you get home, and you're like, oh, you carefully open your car, and you're doing the whole butt clench thing, and you're like walking up your driveway, and the mailman says, excuse me, can I talk to you? What kind of energy are you going to put out? Probably not like, hey, how you doing, mailman? Listen, that's how it is with things like this. If you really want to be successful, okay, actually, you know what, let me stop there because I want to make sure I get into the rest of the letter here. Sorry, I got on a tangent because I've been there and it's stressful. All right, so streets and libraries and what have you. Essentially, I don't want to chat up any woman over any apps or the internet. There's another mistake, okay? Aditya, you got a lot to learn, my friend. Listen. Nothing's wrong with chatting up women or going on Tinder or any of those apps like this, all right? Your job, if you want what you want, which is maybe a girlfriend or a couple girlfriends or whatever, wife, whatever it is, your job is to tell your unconscious mind that, you know what, you're ready and you're going to do whatever it takes to go out there and do it. Imagine that you have your boat and let's just say you were fishing, okay, and we're going to use the library and we're going to use on the street, okay? You're tossing your line out there into some little teeny like hole that's probably about this big. And so it's sitting there and you're wondering why you're not getting any bites. Well, you're not really fishing in a place that has like a lot of probably fish, and we probably shouldn't be using fish and women in the same thing. It's probably not a good connotation anyways. So you're out there wondering why you're not catching fish. And then I come along and I'm in my boat and I got my troll lines out and I'm trolling. I got the internet. I got plenty of fish. I got Tinder. I got, woohoo, hotchicks.com, whatever it is. And I'm also going to events and I'm going to schools and I'm taking classes and I'm going to yoga and I'm working out with, or finding, places that hang out where there's a lot of girls. Okay. I have like 10 poles in the water and you have 2. And you're fishing in a puddle, and I'm fishing in the ocean, or actually like more like a fish farm, okay? So your ability to position yourself really you need to up your game. That's the first major thing I can see here, all right? But you don't, and let me just get back into it, but I don't know how to figure out which ones are interested and which ones aren't, okay? Well, they don't want to know, okay? Think of it for the most part. Listen, it's like cold calling, okay? When you're on the street, it's not a pleasant thing to do, okay? You can go up there, but like I said, if you're just hustling around all day, in my experience, and I've worked with the best of the best, okay, it's not like a high turnover rate, all right? Your best bet is to get around friends and people that you have acquaintances with, and you go from there. Like every social circle has women, and those women know women, and know women, and know women, and so schools and little things that you can do. Just last week, okay, I went to an herb walk, a wild crafting class, which basically is you go out and you figure out, what food you can eat from the wild and things like this. Okay, there's 23 girls in the class and maybe 2 guys. Okay, good place to go. Always position myself. Hey, when I was in the show choir, there was 80 girls in the choir and probably like, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 guys at the most. Okay, that's where I went. I'm using my brain. You use your brain, okay? You got to do these things, all right? They're probably not interested if they're on the street, all right? Like I said, they got stuff to do and they're doing it. you get the feeling that the body language story doesn't really quite cover it all. Therefore, can you tell me what energies I should look out for and what cues in order to determine if it even makes sense to chat up a specific woman or not? Here's my thing. If I see a girl, whatever, okay, more in the past because I'm pretty busy these days, but if I see a girl that I'm just like, wow, like that's crazy, like that's it, I'm off. I'm doing my thing, okay? But for the most part, like I'm not jumping around. Like to me, I just got way too busy to do that. I'm not in that phase anymore. But if you're just going to stand out there, you're like I said, man, you're really not going to get that. You're not going to get a great response. Like target yourself a little bit better. Pre-qualify for what you want because you're just like any woman that comes along. Okay. Figure out what you like to do. Figure out what a good mate that you would get along with likes to do as well. And try to position yourself in a way that you can get around women that have the same things that are in quality. Because if you like playing piano and one girl likes to go party all night long, probably not going to work out. Okay? If you like studying health and you find a girl who likes to study health, hey, you know what? You have a lot in common. That's a good blueprint and a good basis for a relationship or things like this. You have to get around women. That's the bottom line. And like I said, all you got to do is just kind of think about a little bit, where is the highest percentage of girls going to be? Schools, okay? Well, I've told everyone, I used to go to male reviews, okay? There was like 1,000 women and like no guys, okay? Except for me. Never left empty-handed. That was one of my little tricks that I did. And I can guarantee it will still work today. Go to holistic health fairs, okay? Lots of women there. Go to yoga retreats, lots of women there. Go to herbology schools, okay? It's not much, lots of women there. You got to get around women, and that's the bottom way it is. So you're looking for energies that you should look out for. You should look out for yourself a little bit and get a little bit more scientific about this in the way that you're doing this thing, because you can beat yourself up all day long, but expect maybe a ratio, okay? 1 to 20, maybe, all right? Because like I said, most women got to think. Just think of it, man. Bottom line, you got to take a shit, you got to get home. You don't want to be stopped and bothered. So all I can say with this is, man, pick up your game, widen your mind, keep the good search on, but be a little smarter about it. Hypnotica out. Pow.